You got to be prepared. We want you to know that officially there are winter weather advisories. Winter storm warnings have been issued, and you can see it includes the Des Moines area, even stretching over to near Cleveland. Chicago will be watching you, Indianapolis, a lot of big cities, but of course the smaller and medium cities in between, we're watching you as well.
Well, we continue to follow breaking news today. 2 U.S. ski team prospects were killed while they were skiing in the Austrian Alps.
Yeah, 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire, seen here during an interview on AMHQ, and 19-year-old Bryce Astol of Utah were caught in an avalanche at the team's European training facility. They were found in about 12 feet of snow. Doctors tried to revive them, but they couldn't.
Officials in the region say there was an avalanche alert in the area, and that's because they had some very heavy days of snow followed by a warm-up that made the snowpack very unstable.
Well, keep it tuned right here. We will keep you updated. Stay with us.
Take care.
This afternoon, cloudy skies, slight chance of a rain shower, high 79. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy after midnight, low 69. Tuesday, afternoon showers, high 80. Chance of rain, 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Breaking news here at the top of the hour. 2 U.S. ski team prospects were killed today while skiing in the Austrian Alps.
Yeah, 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire and 19-year-old Bryce Astol of Utah. They were caught in an avalanche at the team's European training facility. This is video of Burlack talking to our Sam Champion after we take a look at the location of this. And this is where he was talking to Sam Champion in November last year up at Copper Mountain, Colorado.
Burlack and Astol were in a group of 6 skiers hit by the avalanche. The 4 other skiers survived. Officials in the region say there was an avalanche alert in the area, and we're going to have more on this breaking story throughout the hour here on Weather Center Live. We wish you a good Monday afternoon, and we welcome you into this hour of Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Well, in this country, it's the dangerous cold. That's our big story today, and it's sticking around for the whole week.
Oh, it is.
The whole week. Now, we predict at least 30 million shivering people will feel temperatures below 0 by Wednesday morning.
Yeah, that's not below freezing. That's below 0. Wow.
Fahrenheit.
We
right.
had a sub-zero start to the work week in the northern plains today. Take a look at some of these low temperatures, Dave. They are downright frigid.
Yeah, but it's warmed up. I mean, it's nice and warm outside now in Minneapolis. Am I right about that?
Oh, yeah, they're wearing T-shirts, right? Well, we've got to talk about your lows this morning and what we are looking at as far as the afternoon hours go. Of course, you mentioned, you've warmed up a bit, but have not warmed up too much. And we've got Arctic cold shots headed your way throughout this week. So that is the story. Get used to lows like this. It will feel much colder, though, when you factor in those winds. So let's talk about the Arctic cold shots headed your way through this week and just how cold it's going to be. Now, as Dave said, it's warmed up. -3 in Minneapolis, -1 in International Falls, -2 for Minot. 13 degrees in Omaha this morning. 24-hour temperature change. Look at this. 19 degrees colder than you were this time yesterday in Chicago. 26 degrees below where you were this time yesterday in Buffalo, near that for Columbus, Ohio as well. So we are talking about some serious cold. Tomorrow, Syracuse, 10 degrees below average. Your high only in the low 20s. Upper 20s for Boston on Wednesday. Mid-20s in New York. Upper 20s in Washington, D.C. Those are your highs. Won't even get to freezing. On Thursday, 1, your high for Bangor, Maine, nearly 30 degrees below average. In Pittsburgh, you're looking at a high of 17, 19 your high in Syracuse. you. So highs in the teens, morning lows, single digits. Feeling much colder, though. First cold shot early in the week. Then we've got a second reinforcing extra strong cold shot headed our way for the late part of the week. And this is the one that's going to dive all the way down into the southern U.S. We are going to feel that chill into parts of the deep south, down towards the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow, International Falls, -1, 10 for Minneapolis, 9 for Bismarck. Those highs will be 10+ degrees below average, so we are staying chilly. Look at Wednesday, 30 in Memphis, 8 for Kansas City, 1 measly degree your high in Chicago, Dave, and by Thursday, still very cold. Atlanta high just above the freezing mark.
That's cold. Thanks, Alex. Well, Winter Storm Gorgon is a fast-moving system, and because of that, it will impact a lot of people. Storm specialist Carl Parker joins us in the lab with more.
Hey, Dave, we're going to begin with a look at what's going on in Chicago, and that snow will be developing this evening and then getting heavy through the middle part of the evening, and will continue into the wee hours of the morning, then most likely will be over as folks are getting up. But look at the temperatures. Very, very cold weather, as you guys have been talking about. Single numbers there getting up into the teens. There's a look at the total snowfall that we're expecting, 3 to 5 across Chicagoland, and then that snow's not going to go anywhere anytime quickly. There is the temperature regime here next 10 days, talking about 1 for a high on Wednesday, 7 on Friday. All these numbers below the average high, which is right around the freezing mark. So there's a look at the snow, not yet into Chicago, but certainly coming down across parts of the northern plains, across Iowa right now. And we'll zoom on in. It's very cold as that snow is moving on in. Heavy snow being reported in Spencer, Iowa, as well as back into Sioux Falls. Temperatures, as you can see, in the single numbers there, dropping into the negative numbers. And because of that, what we've got here is a very fine powdery snow and very low water content. There's a look at the liquid to snow ratio. When you've got a wet snow, you might have a snow to water ratio of 7 to 1. The average is 10 to 1. In this case, you're talking about a drier snow, and in fact, the ratios may be as high as 25 to 1. So even though there's not a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, we're going to get some pretty heavy snow courtesy of this system that's coming down easily several inches in a number of different spots. Now, let's take a look at the forecast. Here's the model forecast, and what we're going to show you is how this is going to develop over the next couple of days here, and it's going to very rapidly drop off to the south and to the east. As mentioned, there's that light snow spreading into Chicago tonight, coming over into Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Cleveland tomorrow morning. Then in the wake of that, lake effect snow is going to get going, and that's going to add to those totals. So a pretty broad area of mostly lighter snow, but within that, heavier snow there from Des Moines and northward, and then also in those pockets in those lake favored zones could easily be several inches there, southwestern parts of New York State and also around the Tug Hill Plateau. Dave, Alex, back to you.
Thank you so much, Carl. Back to that breaking news we told you about at the top of the show. I want to give you more on the death of 2 Olympic ski prospects. 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire and 19-year-old Bryce Astle of Utah were caught in an avalanche at the team's European training facility in the Austrian Alps.
Now let's take a look at video of Burlack training last November in Copper Mountain, Colorado. Also in November, our Sam Champion interviewed Burlack, asking about the challenges of training in the Colorado mountains.
This morning. Now, why do so many skiers choose this area, so many skiers who are world quality?
Most skiers come here because it's simply the best training in the U.S. at the time, you know, better than anywhere else in early season, especially because Vail is a little light on snow this year. Yeah. And when they get the downhill track open, it's the only place you can really train full-length downhill in the entire world.
Wow, so skiers come from all over the world?
Yes.
You got a crowded slope up there today?
Yeah, very.
How long will you be up there today?
About 3 hours in the morning session.
All right, fantastic. I'm so glad you took a second to say hi this morning. Good luck.
More on this later in the hour. We'll be right back.
Why do you want to do your taxes now with Jackson Hewitt? Because you need a free $50 Walmart e-gift card so you can share the joy of getting your taxes done. Now get a free $50 Walmart e-gift card when you do your taxes with Jackson Hewitt at Walmart.
This is Paul. This is Paul's office. For those who believe a serious job doesn't have to feel so serious. One-a-day men's Vitacraves with key nutrients like B vitamins, which help convert food to fuel. It's not just a gummy, it's a complete multivitamin.
Once upon a time, there was Steve and me. Then came our sweet little Molly. And a few years later, there was just me and Molly.
Life doesn't always go as planned.
Fortunately, Steve planned for the unexpected, and Molly and I were taken care of. United of Omaha was there for us. As soon as I notified them, they paid our life insurance claim. It took about a day.
At United of Omaha, we pay 87% of life insurance claims within a week.
After all this time, Steve is still taking care of us.
Call now. I'll ask you a few simple questions, and you could have coverage in 3 days with no medical exam. You can protect your family with $100,000 of term life insurance for as little as $23.20 a month.
The most beautiful thing about life is it goes on.
Life insurance is essential. Mutual of Omaha. Insure your possibilities. Call today.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting too over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
Your hair's sticking straight up.
Is it really?
What should we do?
We out here?
Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies with windy conditions. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies early. A few showers may develop in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash tonight at 9 here on the Weather Channel.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Shopping online is as easy as it gets. Wouldn't it be great if hiring plumbers, carpenters, and even piano tuners were just as simple? Thanks to Angie's List, now it is. Start shopping online from a list of top-rated providers.
Visit angieslist.com today.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the grown in Idaho seal.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
TheraFlu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. TheraFlu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. TheraFlu, serious power.
It's freezing out here. Can barely feel my toes. But originally from Chicago, start my job tomorrow, so I need to get used to it. Walking every day to work, so I'm ready to go. Bring it on.
You better bundle up. Like this woman in Minneapolis this morning, we're tracking a blast of bitter cold air and dangerously low wind chills. Good to see you, my friend. It's 11 past the hour. I'm Dave Schwartz right here on the Weather Channel. And I'll tell you, back on this date, 1904, the coldest temperature ever on record in Pennsylvania was set. Smethport, Pennsylvania, 42 below zero, a state record. This date in 1904 in Pennsylvania. Well, now the focal point is the middle of the country. We've got wind chill advisories. Wind chill now below zero. And you might say, well, Dave, how can you have a wind chill when the wind is coming from the south? You see, it doesn't matter what direction the wind chill is. It could be 20 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday with a south wind. But still, if it's cold enough and the wind is blowing, it's just a matter of air moving. That creates the wind chill effect on your body. So you have to protect yourself by covering every square inch. You know, the tiniest little spots, those are the ones that can get hurt the first. Your fingertips, the tip of your nose, your earlobes, your pupik if you have an Audi. So these are the kind of things you want to be extremely careful. Of course, those of us who live here know all about taking care of ourselves when it gets this cold. But look what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday to these wind chills. We're going below zero, and we're going deeply below zero. 27 degrees below zero on Wednesday morning. And on Wednesday morning in Minneapolis, we anticipate a 14 below temperature. Look at the wind chill, 38 below zero. So that is dangerous. That is life-threatening cold. Here in International Falls, right along the U.S.-Canadian border, of course, some of the worst. A wind chill forecast Wednesday morning, 50 below zero with a temperature of minus 26. Wow. And this cold air will head to the northeast, too. There are your wind chills for Buffalo and Detroit. By Tuesday, going below zero. We'll stay above zero, but not by much right here along the East Coast. So keep that in mind. Keep yourself covered. Back to you, Alex.
Yeah, even the layers underneath. You don't want to be in jeans and have wind chills like that. It feels like somebody's stabbing your legs. Well, how would you like to walk out the door and smack dab into wind chills well below zero, like those Dave showed you? Well, that's the challenge facing these folks in Minnesota. Lindsay Stevert from our Twin Cities affiliate KARE 11 News found some have come up with unique ways to make the best out of the big freeze.
Awesome.
Kiteboarding can be a solitary sport, but as Arctic air settled over the Twin Cities,
no complaints from us.
This is about as lonely as the lakes get. Ian Arvison is one of the brave few out at Lake Calhoun, proving the worst of weather isn't so bad if you keep your spirits up.
Good snow cover and 10 to 20 miles an hour wind is ideal. Helps if the sun's out.
Joe Cody is of the same mindset. If you can't run from winter,
you basically don't want to have any skin showing.
You might as well play her game.
You want to be outside, this is what you have to do.
Over in St. Paul, even with below zero temps, there's still a first time for everything.
This is my best time ever.
Derek Austin and his family are visiting from Cleveland.
If I fall, this is your fault.
Both father and son sharpened winter survival skills by ice skating for the first time.
It's a great time, bringing a new year, doing something different.
But the cold kept crowds away from Rice Park, with less than 50 winter skate visitors today, compared to 1,100 people who came through these doors yesterday.
You got it?
Yeah.
The Austin family caught on quickly, learning what it takes to withstand a Minnesota winter.
Feels kind of fun to ice skate, and my body's warm.
So where can you go to escape this blast of dangerous cold air? Well, if you're in the Twin Cities, you might be thinking about a getaway to Miami. -3 right now, cloudy in Minneapolis, and 83. How about that for Miami with a mix of sun and clouds? You want to go?
I think I'm going to go for Miami.
I think, let's do it. All right, we'll see you back after the break.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
There's a hot offer for heartburn sufferers. Now try Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com. Hurry, it's free this week only. No pill relieves heartburn faster. Get Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Pillow of the ear.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Guess what goes really well with eggs? Pillsbury Grand's biscuits make breakfast even better. Grand's biscuits make breakfast pop.
Why do you want to get everybody Spring Value vitamins from Walmart? Because you need him to feel healthy for your big reunion. Because you need to feel the moves, not the ears.
Dance Team Captain 94.
And because you need Grandpa to feel like he has more energy than they do. Shop the whole line of Spring Valley vitamins now. Only at Walmart.com and Walmart.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting too over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
I'm the luckiest woman in the world because I was one of the first people to sail on Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line's beautiful Grand Celebration, the newest and best cruise to the Bahamas. With 2 fun-filled nights on the ship, a spectacular day in the Bahamas, and prices from just $149, you can get lucky too. Call 800-814-7100. That's 800-814-7100 and let the fun begin.
Upon their arrival at Sandals, John and Susan realized they forgot their wallets. What are they going to do? Absolutely everything. At Sandals, your wallet gets a vacation too, because it's all included, all unlimited, all the time. Sandals, more quality inclusions than any other resorts on the planet. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash, tonight at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies early. A few showers may develop in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Time for the winter weather update on this date in 1998, one of the worst ice storms ever in northern New England. In some places, ice had accumulated on trees and power lines up to 3 inches thick. Almost 1 million customers without power. This date in 1998, it was a 5-day-long thing. Well, today, we're starved of moisture, but there is some snow coming down from the sky. That would be it. There's no ice here at all. Cold air has taken over, and look what happens as it crosses over Lake Michigan. It's sunny back here in northern Wisconsin. Check that out. You can see all the way to the ground there. Well, as that cold air crosses over the lake, maybe 5 or 10 miles into the lake, clouds form. Snow is falling in Michigan. Same story here off of Ontario. Clear in Ontario, cloudy over the lake, snow in Erie in southwestern Pennsylvania, and also up here near Syracuse. And the snow's been coming down hard. That's the heaviest snow in the country at the present time. Is this band of heavy lake effect snow just to the north of Syracuse. If you're considering a drive north on 81 this afternoon, you might want to reconsider because there could be some whiteout conditions here, and the snow is coming down at inches per hour. That'll be the heaviest snow, strong west to southwest winds all the way through tonight. Then we get a storm. A storm moved down here through Pennsylvania and Ohio over toward Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, Manassas, Virginia. You're going to get some snow, not lake effect, but from a storm. And then more lake effect snow comes in here as the new batch of cold air moves through. Those are our heaviest snow amounts. In some spots, could be 10 inches. Alex, back to you.
Thanks, Dave. Today, people in several communities across the South are cleaning up from a stormy weekend. At least 9 tornadoes cut across the region. One of them wiped out 10 homes in Rose Hill, Mississippi on Saturday. Georgia and Alabama also saw lots of downed trees and damaged roofs. At least 2 of those confirmed tornadoes are from Alabama. Severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes joins us now from the lab. And Dr. Forbes, it does appear that 2015 is off to a fast start.
Yeah, it really is. All of last January, 2014, only had 3 tornadoes. It seems as if we've had at least 11 now recorded over the weekend. The strongest at the Rose Hill area, but 2014 was very quiet. In fact, 2014 was the quietest in terms of percentage of average of any year on record since 1951. Just about 2/3 of average. 2013 was also quiet, so was 2012. 3 of the 5 quietest years, in fact, the past 3 years. So we've been in a little bit of a fortunate streak. This past weekend, we did have a tornado that struck EF2 rate at 130 miles per hour, Rose Hill, just to the southwest of Meridian, Mississippi. We have some brief video there from that that's showing some power poles down. We had 10 homes that were destroyed. Chassis of a mobile home was demolished. We have some video of that as well. Here's what the radar looked like from that time on Saturday. It was part of a supercell thunderstorm. Now, those supercell thunderstorms have rotating updrafts, and that was the outer part of this donut hole here. Now, the tornado was inside of that, and we could actually even see some of the debris signature on the radar these days. These debris signatures show up as blue holes inside of that precipitation. So dangerous, damaging tornado that struck Mississippi, one of many that we recorded this weekend in a fast start to 2015. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Forbes. Well, after that weekend of damaging storms, the biggest threat from the weather has now changed.
Yeah, dangerous cold. It threatens 2/3 of the United States, and ahead, who will face wind chills of 10 to 20 degrees below zero, and how far south that Arctic wallop will plunge.
Then planes get big-time help to clear ice off their wings. Ahead, we'll tell you the best mix to clear your icy windshield, and do it fast.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Constipated? Dulcolax tablets can cause cramps, but not Phillips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than stimulant laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Live the regular life. Phillips.
Today's grocery bags leave a lot to be desired. They dig into your hands when you carry them. They spill open when you're driving. And they're so small, unloading them requires endless trips back and forth to your car. You need a better solution. You need a grab bag. You'll start loving your grab bag the minute you reach the checkout aisle. Because it grabs onto your card and stays open, you can easily fill it after items are scanned. Then when you get to the car, they simply lift out and go right in your trunk. And it gets even better. Grab bags have a broad base and a securing flap, so they sit up nicely in the back of your car and won't spill all over while you're driving home. Plus, they expand to hold several times what a regular shopping bag can hold. Amazing! Imagine being able to grab and go in a single trip. Ever had something heavy ripped right out of a plastic bag and smash on the ground? Not with a grab bag. Even this heavy dumbbell is no match for its super sturdy construction, and that's a lot more weight than most people will ever need to carry. Grab bags are made of earth-friendly material that's mold and mildew resistant. They easily wipe clean with just a damp cloth. Even better, they fold flat when you're done, so you can store them in your kitchen or in your car. Every grab bag even has a generous front pocket with plenty of room for wallets, coupons, even cell phones. Use them at the laundromat or even on picnics and trips to the beach. Call now, and through this special TV offer, you'll get 2 grab bags for just $14.99. They come with a full 1-year money-back guarantee. Call or click in the next 5 minutes and get absolutely free shipping and handling. And find out about our incredibly low price on our deluxe insulated grab bag. Use it to keep frozen food from defrosting, or use it to keep hot food ready to eat when you get home. Get 2 grab bags with free shipping and handling and exclusive pricing on our insulated grab bag for just $14.99. Call now.
Call 1-800-566-6075 to get the grab bag special on this TV offer. But you must call to order or go online to grabbag.com. So call 1-800-566-6075. That's 1-800-566-6075. Call now.
If you've ever thought about losing weight, you're not alone. I've thought, I've tried, I failed so many times.
My mom, she said, you'd better lose weight or you're going to end up just like me. That still didn't motivate me until I lost her. I had to do something. I called Nutrisystem and everything changed.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back, guaranteed.
I lost the weight, 50 pounds.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and Craving Crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
You're not alone. Millions of people have lost weight on Nutrisystem, and you can too.
Call now, 888-316-THIN, and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting too over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
Your hair's sticking straight up.
Is it really?
What should we do?
We out of here?
Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies early. A few showers may develop in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash, tonight at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
We continue to follow breaking news. 2 U.S. ski team prospects were killed today while skiing in the Austrian Alps.
One of them, 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire, and 19-year-old Bryce Assel of Utah, were caught in an avalanche at the team's European training facility. Now, in November of last year, Burlack talked to our Sam Champion in Copper Mountain, Colorado.
Burlack and Assel were in a group of 6 skiers hit by the avalanche. They were buried under 12 feet of snow. 4 other skiers with them did survive. Officials in the region say there was an avalanche alert in the area, and we are going to have more on this breaking story throughout the hour here on Weather Center Live. And now back to our big weather story, and that is the dangerous cold, because about 2/3 of the country will be below freezing this week.
Dangerous is right, life-threatening. We predict at least 30 million people will drop below 0 Wednesday morning, or at least where they live, the temperature will drop below 0. And that's when a second surge of Arctic air rushes southward from Canada.
All right, so let's talk about just how cold it's going to be. We're talking about Arctic cold air, and 2 shots of this Arctic cold air as we go through the week. Take a look at where this air will be coming from. The origin of the cold air, yep, right up towards the North Pole. So this is very, very cold air that is going to be working southward into parts of the plains, the Midwest, the Northeast, even down into the South as we get into mid and late week. We've got some very cold air headed down into the southeastern U.S. as well. So those highs will be well below average. We'll be dealing with dangerous wind chills, especially up into the northern part of the country, the plains, parts of the Midwest as well. Look at the snow cover right now. Anywhere you see blue, that's where we do have the snow, and so that is going to keep that air cold. When you've got snow on the ground is colder, and so that'll help to influence that air, not help to warm it up very much. So we are going to take that cold air and in many spots keep it very cold. International Falls tomorrow morning, your temperature will be -10, -3 in Minneapolis, -5 in Bismarck. Wind chill values much colder than that. Wednesday morning, -4 for Chicago, 9 in Pittsburgh, 6 degrees in Kansas City, and then Thursday morning, 1 in Lexington, Raleigh at 14, Atlanta at 16. It is going to be frigid all the way down into the southeastern U.S. So This is something to think about. The kids are going back to school. They're going to be at those bus stops. Make sure they are prepared to be standing outside. Otherwise, moms, dads, grandparents, if you're able to drive them to the bus stop, let them sit in the car until the bus comes. It'd be much appreciated and a good idea. This is dangerous cold. Here's the 0 degree line. Look at this. Anybody above this going to be at or below the 0 degree mark for a low Thursday morning. Thursday morning, look where the freezing line is. It's out over the Gulf of Mexico. So the entire Gulf Coast just about will be below freezing, even northern Florida below that freezing mark. Very, very cold, well into the south. Dave, over to you.
Thanks, Alex. Well, it's not just the cold we're tracking, but also a new winter storm. Now, it's fast-moving, but it packs a punch. Storm specialist Carl Parker joins us from the lab to track Winter Storm Gorgon. Carl.
Hey, Dave, a pretty large area of several inches of snow is on the way right now, anywhere from parts of Nebraska and South Dakota into Iowa and then down into Illinois, central Illinois, and into Indiana. And here's a look at the visible satellite picture. Now, notice there's a very fast flow coming down from the northwest, very fast jet stream flow. Then within that, there's an upper low that's right in here. And notice that there's a lot of relief in the clouds right through there. So that's where there's all kinds of vertical motion going on that's helping to lift what little moisture is available for this particular storm. And the snow is showing up on radar now anywhere from Des Moines and on north and westward. Now, it is very cold. Temperatures are in the low single numbers in a lot of cases, even getting into the negative numbers here. And then you've got wind on top of that. Winds now gusting up and over 25 miles per hour in Sioux City. So because it's cold, you've got a fine powdery snow because there's a lot of wind. It's going to blow that snow around and make for reduced visibilities. Very tough travel tonight and overnight tonight across the Midwest. Here's how the storm is taking shape. There's the low coming down. You've got that very cold air, the moisture riding up, and over top of that cold air, there's a pressure slope there. Temperature is closely related to pressure, and you've got a slope in the atmosphere, and that moisture rides up and over top of that, and that's how we squeeze out all that moisture. So here's the high resolution model forecast showing you the area of light snow as it comes down, but it will get heavier. In fact, we've had some heavy snow already there in parts of central and northern Iowa, and we expect to see more of that tonight. There is a lot of vertical motion in the atmosphere. That snow getting into Chicago this evening, continuing well into the evening hours, making its way into Cleveland, Cincinnati overnight, and then in the wake of that, a very strong west and southwest flow will kick in the lake effect snow showers, that going through late on Wednesday into early Wednesday, I should say, and late tomorrow. So there's a look at the total amount of snow, Dave, and we've just upped this, a large area of 5 to 8 inches, Des Moines, Peoria, and right down into Indianapolis, courtesy of this storm. Over to you.
Yeah, a little stronger than your typical Clipper. Thanks so much, Carl. Well, with dangerous cold and snow and ice, well, you want to find a way to clear an ice-coated windshield fast. So what are your options? Sam Champion and the Brainstorm team put a frozen windshield to the test in this edition of Brainstorm.
It's an unwelcome sight. An icy windshield in the morning. It usually means your day will probably start with some extra elbow grease. So to find out if there's an easier way to de-ice a windshield, we'll set up a unique experiment inside the Brainstorm Ice Truck.
I'm Nick with the Brainstorm team, and most people scrape their windshield with a scraper. However, today we're going to use science to find the best solution to melt the ice on your windshield quickly and efficiently.
So to take a look at some of the cost-efficient homemade de-icers, Nick will start with rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is especially effective because its molecular structure gives it a freezing point of about 20 below zero. That's about 20 degrees colder than your average household freezer. But while rubbing alcohol did melt the ice, it took a lot of spraying and wasn't much faster than scraping it. So could there be something even better, maybe even in your refrigerator? Optimal de-icing solutions have substances dissolved in them called solutes. And some solutes actually dissolve in the thin layer of water that's on the top of the ice. This blocks water molecules from refreezing and starts a chain reaction of melting. So we decided to test solutions that stay liquid even in your freezer, especially high in calcium chloride salt solutes, like cheese brine or pickle brine. And we found they melted the windshield at rates even slower than the alcohol. Surprisingly, the fastest de-icer turned out to be a mix, a solution of salt and beet juice. It may be because it's sweet and salty. In a single can of beet juice, there are more sugar molecules than cells in the entire human body. And when sugar is wet, a physical change causes the sugar's hydrogen atoms to cling to just about anything. So while the other solutions slid down the 75-degree slope of our windshield, the extra stickiness of the sugar helps the beet molecules stay in place. The result? Less work for you and an evenly melted windshield. And incredibly, some tests have shown that beet juice has a freezing point at 25 below zero, meaning it could even melt ice on an average day at the North Pole.
And you've been Brainstorm. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
How about that?
Beet juice, a new use for borscht.
There you go. We're back after the break.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies early. A few showers may develop in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Don't wait for awesome. Totino's Pizza Rolls get you there in just 60 seconds. Go bold with flavors that kick.
She inspires you. No question about that. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Bill, have you seen my keys anywhere?
I'll help you look. Maybe you left them in the bathroom again.
The warning signs of Alzheimer's disease may be right in front of you.
It's all right, baby.
For help and information, call the Alzheimer's Association or visit alz.org/10signs.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
Theraflu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. Theraflu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any income or credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0312 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0312 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
In the Java Sea, it is week 2 in the search for AirAsia Flight 8501. Crews have pulled at least 37 bodies from the sea, but the underwater current is keeping dive teams above the water. They're trying to find all the important flight data recorder or black box information. And you know, it's not just the underwater current that is interfering with that search effort.
To find the black box, crews have to hear the signal beacon, or ping, that each flight data recorder carries. Here's Sam Champion with more.
Weather also making the mission difficult. Thunderstorms likely every day this week. Right now, searchers are looking for a vital piece of equipment, the ever-important flight data recorder, also known as the black box. And the search for those specific pings are not that easy to detect, so we thought we'd show you how difficult it is. To give you an idea of what searchers are listening for, here's what a pinger tone sounds like. Yeah, and that's in good conditions. Now, the noise that's buried under the other sounds in the sea sound like, well, natural sounds of marine life, like whales and even waves making sounds. Okay, add to that the stronger thunder and rain and storms from the monsoon, because sounds carry in water. And now you're beginning to see just how difficult all this can be. And there's all sorts of bouncing going on in tones under the water. Dr. Tom Altschuler is Vice President of Teledyne Marine Systems. He joins us live. Tom, your company manufactures. Good morning, sir. How are you? And let me just tell everybody what your company does. You manufacture flight data beacons, and part of the search is that equipment. And with all those various elements, we added in. I know it was a little theatrical to get to the point, but the point is that noise bounces, and there's a lot of noise underwater. How do you isolate that tapping, pinging sound from a single beacon with all the sounds that exist there?
So the pinger, or the emergency locator beacon, is designed to transmit at a very specific frequency, 37.5 kilohertz, and it has that short tonal sound that you heard. It's about 1/100th of a second long. So it's what they're trying to do is have a very distinct sound in the water. You put that in, and now you have all that background noise that you demonstrated. You'll go through and you'll use different types of signal processing techniques, but at the end of the day, the noisier it is, it just means shorter range. So you can detect it close to the pinger, but the normal long-range detection of 1 to 2 kilometers becomes a big problem in a noisy environment.
You know, we've had so many of the cluster of these big underwater air disasters lately. So a lot of people are asking, our cars have GPS, our phones have GPS. Do these boxes have GPS, and why wouldn't that work?
Well, they right now the black boxes, and there are a pair of them. You know, this pinger is really what you could consider their GPS. This is a beacon that's supposed to be designed to allow the systems to be detected. The issues with the beacon is they have a finite life. They only last for about 30 days in the standard configuration, and they're active all the time. So there are other techniques that could be used, but at this point that hasn't been employed by the airline industries.
Really interesting stuff. All right, let's go to Carl Parker for more on that search area weather.
It appears they can't catch a break in the Java Sea.
Yeah,
Carl?
there's been a lot of very active weather there lately. They may get a little bit of a break here in the next 24 hours. And let's begin with a look at the satellite picture. So we're looking at infrared satellite imagery, and where we see those brighter colors, that's where there is convection or thunderstorms. And a new round of that is now coming into the western part of the Java Sea and will be driving along to the east. Now that is showing up very nicely in the high resolution modeling. That is where the debris has been spotted in the search area, a much larger area. So we'll take this out over the next 24 hours. And here are the models showing us this area of thunderstorms that we just saw on the satellite picture coming right over top. And obviously that's going to kick up the waves. That's going to bring them some very strong thunderstorms, some heavy rain, and a lot of lightning. But then after that comes through, maybe a few more showers in the next 12 hours, and then things begin to thin out a bit. A couple more showers there, so it doesn't clear out completely, but at least it does look like it might be a little quieter over the next 24 hours. Back to you.
Thank you, Carl. Back in this country, we are tracking a new winter storm and bitter cold.
The roads could be a problem, and cities are preparing for extreme weather. We'll have the full forecast in just a moment.
Enjoy more enthusiasm at mealtime with more varieties of favorite food brands at PetSmart. Right now, save big on a wide selection of products from Pedigree, Iams, Caesar, Sheba, and Dentastix. PetSmart.
No super slow motion footage of trucks splashing through the mud. No cowboy hats, horses, or hay bales. Just a Ram 3500 that head-to-head can out-tow Ford's F-350 by more than 1.5 tons. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com.
Everyone sees the same sky. But when we look up, we see something amazing. This winter, you've got to watch the Weather Channel mornings.
Going to have wide-ranging impacts.
Winter storms are too important to cover in just a few minutes.
It's going to be brutal for a lot of people.
Because it's not just about your forecast.
That's why those temperatures stay cold.
Look at this.
Listen to that.
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel mornings.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy early. A few showers are possible in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When the snow flies, there's only one sure way to hit the road. With Roadrunner Ice Melt. There's nothing else like it. Because Roadrunner combines 3 ice-fighting ingredients, creating a hydroscopic reaction that squeezes the life out of snow, plus a powerful exothermic reaction that breaks the bond between ice and concrete. So all that's left is a safe, clean surface. Help is on the way with Roadrunner Ice Melt. We know snow.
Look for Roadrunner Ice Melt at these local retailers.
This New Year's, experience eHarmony for free during special extended days. It's the first step in finding that perfect person for you. Connect for free this Monday through Wednesday only.
Saving and smiling. That's how I start the year. With tons of stuff on rollback, clearance, and more at Walmart. And that really puts a smile on my face.
Thousands of items on rollback and clearance, in-store and online.
Push it. Push it. Push it real good.
salt and pepper, you tell people to push it.
Push it real good.
It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better.
If I were to define the word foodie, I would say it's someone who has great passion and love for food. Cooking is very social. Cooking is very joyful, and I think that needs to be shared with the people that you care most about. One of the biggest reasons that our QVC foodies connect with me is that I meet them where they live. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook just like they are. And each and every show we're learning together and we're sharing our passion for wonderful food. And I think that's why our relationship is so strong. I'm David Venable, QVC's resident foodie.
Megan loves coffee, but she doesn't know that coffee has acid, which breaks down tooth enamel. Thankfully, she uses ACT Restoring Mouthwash with fluoride. It does more than freshen breath. It rebuilds tooth enamel, making your teeth 2 times stronger. ACT. Smile strong.
As the face of Gold Bond Men's Lotion, I just have to say, what a face.
Gold Bond Men's Lotion. Skin strengthening proteins plus 7 intensive moisturizers. Dry skin becomes healthy, good looking. Gold Bond Men's Lotion.
Man up with Gold Bond.
314-8013. See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Just about 53 minutes past the hour. I'm out here with Carl for our winter weather update, and we are talking about very, very cold high pressure. So despite the fact that it's cold, it'll actually be bright across a lot of this area.
Yeah, you've got a really strong area of high pressure coming down, and when you've got high pressure, you've got gradually sinking air. That's the opposite of what you need for clouds and rain and cloud and any kind of precip. And so the result is that we're going to have just incredibly blue skies across the northern plains. But this high is going to be about as strong as it gets here in the lower 48. This is Wednesday morning. There's the center of high pressure somewhere around 1059, something like that. So we want to talk a little bit about what that means. And we'll start with the average sea level pressure, 1013.25. That's the average. The record high pressure in the lower 48 was set in 1983 on Christmas Eve, 1064 in Miles City. We could be looking at 1059 in Montana.
So we're getting awfully close to that.
About as strong a high pressure as you see here in the lower 48. It's actually gotten as high as 1078 in Alaska and as high as 1085 in Siberia, but not as high, obviously, here in the lower 48. So what that means is you've got this sprawling area of high pressure and a huge block of cold that's associated with that. Single numbers, negative numbers, a lot of wind. You always get a lot of wind when you have a big change in pressure. Wednesday morning, bitter, bitter cold across a lot of the northern tier of the country.
And you mentioned the wind, so then the bitter cold plus the wind, that's why we're talking about the danger with this.
Absolutely. I mean, that's always the case when you get a big shot of cold like that. There's a huge change in pressure, and the atmosphere doesn't like that, and to equal it out, what it does is creates a lot of wind. So here's Chicago, the average high temperature right at the freezing mark. At this time of the year, we're not even going to get that high in the next 10 days.
Not even close some of these next few days.
8, 1, 7, man, it's brutal. Just going to be awful there in Chicago. And here's the snow that we're talking about right now. Now, because of this cold air, it's a very fine, powdery snow, which we'll get into in a moment. And you've got heavy snow occurring now in some spots. Heavy snow reported in Des Moines as well as Spencer, back and into Sioux Falls. There's a lot of winds. The winds are now gusting to 20, 30 miles per hour, blowing that snow around. Visibility is reduced. It's not going to be easy traveling in this area. And again, a lot of that is related to the fact that you've got this fine, powdery snow because the temperatures are so cold.
Right, and when we talk about liquid to snow, we usually are talking about 10 inches of snow to 1 inch of water, but that's not the case with this very cold air.
Right, that is the average is 10 to 1. A very wet snow might be 7 to 1. A dry snow 15 to 1. We've easily got that today. So you've got about a half of an inch of precipitable water. That's the amount of moisture that's available. And you figure a ratio of 15 to 1, that's going to give you 7, 8 inches of snow. But the ratios could be as high as 25 to 1 because it is so cold. So that's really going to allow that snow to grow even taller.
Right, so you're just thinking, all right, if I've got a half inch of snow or half inch of water, I could see over a foot of snow.
Yeah, exactly right.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carl. Dave, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, January is an important month for stargazers. Earlier this morning on Wake Up with Al and Steph talked to an astronomist about what to expect this month.
And first of all, if you want to do some amateur astronomy, so you don't need this big expensive thing. You're going to be telescope. You're going to be talking about stuff that either binoculars or the naked eye you can see.
Absolutely. Binoculars, the things you have in your closet right now are perfect for what we're going to be talking about.
Winter hexagon.
Yes, the great winter hexagon. This is when I teach classes, I always try to teach this one. There are 6 stars that make up the January sky that are really bright. And this constellation of stars begins at the south, really close to the horizon, near Rigel, and goes all the way overhead to Capella. And there's, of course, right in the middle of the winter hexagon is Betelgeuse. It's an enormous constellation. Everything's about a fist's arm's length away. When you hold your fist at arm's length, that's how far apart the stars are. So from the horizon all the way overhead.
If you see Betelgeuse 3 times,
what happens? You got to watch out for that.
And then also, it's prime viewing early January for this comet that everybody's excited about.
Comet Lovejoy, which is a wonderful thing. Oh, yeah. That's right. And my wife and I went out on New Year's Eve, and we saw Comet Lovejoy from Inwood Hill Park. It was a great way to spend it. But Comet Lovejoy is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. It's a good thing to go out and check out with an amateur club, or even just take your binoculars out and look out in the night sky, and just right below the foot of the giant of Orion, right below Rigel. So it's climbing up in the sky, and so it should get pretty visible. People are saying that if you're in a really dark sky, you can actually see it without a telescope.
And you better bundle up while you're out there looking at the sky. We'll tell you how cold it will get next.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy early. A few showers are possible in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Breaking news this Monday afternoon, 2 young skiers, hopefuls for the U.S. ski team, have died in an avalanche.
A very sad story. 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire and 19-year-old Bryce Assel of Utah were caught in an avalanche. That was at the team's European training facility. The 2 were part of a group of 6 skiers.
Let's take a look at the map where exactly this accident happened. It's in the Austrian Alps at the venue for the annual season opener World Cup races. Authorities say the pair was descending from more than 10,000 feet when they left that prepared slope and apparently set off an avalanche. The other 4 skiers with them did escape unharmed.
Now, this is video of Burlack talking to our Sam Champion in Copper Mountain, Colorado back in November of last year. Burlack and Assel were not wearing avalanche detectors. Searchers found them under 12 feet of snow, buried. Members of the U.S. ski community are stunned by the news. We'll have more on this story throughout the hour.
We wish you a good Monday afternoon. Welcome you into Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. A pleasure. Well, the dangerous cold is our big story here in the United States, and it's sticking around for the whole week, at least. Yeah. We predict at least 30 million shivering people will feel temperatures below 0 Wednesday morning.
Yikes. If you got a new jacket for Christmas, you get to try that one out in a big way, right?
We had a sub-zero start to the work week in the Northern Plains today. Look at these numbers. 17 below Watertown, 11 below in Minneapolis. Alex, that is awfully cold.
It is awfully cold, and for some spots, only getting colder as we go forward in time. Arctic cold shots through this week, and that's right, it says shots. We've got this first shot, then a second shot working in for the second and end part of the week. Right now, the temperature is sub-zero in International Falls, in Minot, and Minneapolis. So we've got very cold air into parts of the upper Midwest and the Northern Plains. And look at tomorrow's highs. 19 in Burlington, 8 degrees below average. low 20s in Boston. Wednesday, mid and upper 20s for New York, Boston, and D.C. Temperatures in the teens for Syracuse and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. By Thursday, a high of 0 in Bangor, Maine. That is 28 degrees below average for this time of year. Early in the week, we've got that first cold shot. Notice that second cold shot lurking off to the north. That's going to swing in for the second half of the week and really pump up the cold air. Also drive it well off to the south. We'll be talking about parts of the southeastern U.S. dealing with very, very cold lows in the teens early on Thursday. Tomorrow, lows, or rather highs, I should say, of -2 in International Falls, 10 in Minneapolis. On Wednesday, look at this, 1 for Chicago, about 30 degrees below average, 20 degrees below average in Pittsburgh, your high in those mid-teens. By Thursday, Lexington, Kentucky at 25 for a high, low to mid-30s for Memphis and Raleigh and Atlanta for high temperatures. It is going to be very, very cold, and look at Thursday morning. There's the 0-degree line. Everybody north of that, temperatures below 0. The freezing line in the Gulf of Mexico, Dave. So well down towards the Gulf Coast, temperatures below freezing to start your Thursday.
Mother Nature's playing a little hardball with us, huh? Hey, Winter Storm Gorgon is a fast mover. A lot of people will be impacted. It's snowing right now from Minnesota to Iowa, and that'll spread east. Storm specialist Carl Parker joins us in the lab with more.
Dave, that snow is going to get into Chicago this evening, then will continue into the early morning hours. Probably just a few inches, maybe a half a foot of accumulation. There's a look at the timing of all of this. The heaviest of snow coming in this evening, 9 to 11 p.m. That's when moderate snow is likely. Then it's going to be light snow tapering off to snow showers in the early morning hours. And about 3 to 5 on the southwest side of Chicagoland there. A lot of areas getting 1 to 3 inches of snow, but it's certainly going to be heavier in the central part of the state. And here's the timing in Indianapolis. This is the high resolution model. That snow really starting to come in around 10 p.m., continues through the overnight hours, and then winds down right around the time when people are getting up, getting ready to go to work. But here it's going to be heavier. We're thinking about 5 to 8 inches of total accumulation there in Indianapolis. So let's talk about what's happening right now on the radar picture. And there you see this area of snow and the intensity coming up. You see the darker areas. That is where we're getting some heavy snow. That's been reported in Des Moines as well as Sioux Falls. And the wind is pretty strong, coming now out of the southeast, gusting as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour. This is a very dry, powdery snow. It's easily going to be blown about. That means visibilities are going to be a real issue tonight as that snow continues to come down rapidly through the Midwest and the Southern Lakes. Here's the upper low that's responsible for this, and here's the model forecast showing you how this is going to play out. We'll take this forward into this evening. Again, the snow starting to get into Chicago this evening, spreads across the northern part of Illinois, continues there into Indianapolis, and then over into Ohio by early tomorrow morning. Then in the wake of all this, we've got a very strong flow coming across the lakes, and we'll get lake effect snow, so obviously some enhancement in those areas. Pretty large area, Dave and Alex, of 5 to 8 inches from central and eastern Iowa right down through central parts of Indiana. Back to you.
Thank you, Carl. Back to that breaking news we told you about at the top of the show. 2 Olympic ski prospects, 20-year-old Ronnie Burlack of New Hampshire and 19-year-old Bryce Astle of Utah, were caught in an avalanche at the team's European training facility in the Austrian Alps.
Yes, so much hope in their lives and the young people. Let's take a look at the video of Burlack training last November, just 2 months ago, in Copper Mountain Resort in Colorado. Also back in November, our Sam Champion interviewed him about the challenges of training in the Colorado mountains.
This morning. Now, why do so many skiers choose this area, so many skiers who are world quality?
Most skiers come here because it's simply the best training in the U.S. at the time, you know, better than anywhere else in early season, especially because Vail is a little light on snow this year.
Yeah.
And when they get the downhill track open, it's the only place you can really train full-length downhill in the entire world.
Wow, so skiers come from all over the world?
Yes.
You got a crowded slope up there today?
Yeah, very.
How long will you be up there today?
About 3 hours in the morning session.
All right, fantastic. I'm so glad you took a second to say hi this morning. Good luck.
Well, as you can imagine, this tragedy has left the U.S. ski team in shock, and we'll have much more coming up.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
there's an energy crisis happening, all right. A human one. And it's time to fight it. With the good energy of Quaker Oats. It's how we help keep go-getters like you going and getting. One bite at a time. Try new Quick Steel Cut oatmeal for a heartier texture. Quaker Up.
When John Huntsman was diagnosed with cancer, he didn't just vow to beat it.
I vowed to eradicate it from the earth.
So he founded Huntsman Cancer Institute. Everything about it would be different. It would feel different. Look different.
And fight cancer in new and different ways.
With the largest genetic database on Earth that combines 300 years of family histories with health records to treat, predict, and in many cases, prevent cancer.
We made it welcoming and warm, with a focus on beauty, serenity, and getting on with life.
Huntsman Cancer Institute is the only cancer hospital in the world designed by a patient, with the vital understanding that cancer moves fast.
And we have to move faster.
To learn more or support the cause, go to huntsmancancer.org.
When would I ever tell you I'm getting you over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
Your hair's sticking straight up. Crazy.
Is it really?
What should we do?
We out of here?
Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 69. Tuesday, partly cloudy early. A few showers are possible in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, a few clouds from time to time. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Here's our 7-day outlook.
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
Think fixing your windshield is a big hassle? Not with SafeLight. This family needed their windshield replaced, but their daughter's heart was set on going to the zoo. So we said, if you need SafeLight to come to the zoo, we'll come to the zoo. Oh yeah, we can fix that. Only SafeLight can fix your windshield anywhere in the U.S. with our exclusive mobile glass shops and our one-of-a-kind True Seal technology for a reliable bond.
Thanks so much.
Service that fits your schedule. That's another SafeLight advantage.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
As women, we always talk about how we should look or what's the best way to lose weight. But for me, it finally became all about how I feel. I looked in the mirror and I saw what I didn't want to see, the truth. I was 50 pounds overweight. It was a rough day. That's when I decided I had to lose weight. So I chose the only simple option for me, Nutrisystem.
And now, with Fast 5 from Nutrisystem, you can lose weight fast. Lose 5 pounds in your first week or your money back guaranteed.
I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day My Way plan right now, including Fast 5. Get 1 week of specially designed meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes free, and 1 week of Craving Crusher shakes free.
So why do I keep telling you about Nutrisystem? Because it works, and I know it'll work for you.
Plus, check out our Nutrisystem D program for people with type 2 diabetes.
Call 855-679-SIZE and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
This is horrible. It's not surprising for Minnesota, but I'm still not prepared for it.
You better bundle up. We're tracking a blast of bitter cold air and dangerously low wind chills. And this is the time of year when it's going to be the coldest for that guy and for you and me. If you walk outside, you've got your fingers uncovered, your nose uncovered. you're in danger of losing them if you're going to be out there for more than 15 minutes. Please bundle up. Look at that, 13 below. That's our wind chill in Chicago right now. 10 below by 4 o'clock here in Minneapolis, even with a south wind. It's not all that much colder than it was yesterday, but the wind is up. There's snow on the ground. And boy, Mother Nature is making it hard just to maintain your body temperature. But then look what happens Tuesday night and Wednesday. A new batch. This white stuff, that's the super cold air. And look at the wind chills now. This is Wednesday morning, 38 below in Minneapolis. That's the wind chill forecast. Chicago, wind chill at the same time, 7 in the morning. This is Thursday morning. We've just changed it. We're expecting an air temperature of 10 below and a wind chill of 30 below, just with an 11-mile-an-hour wind. So when it gets that cold, you don't need much wind to take the wind chill value that much lower. 49 degrees below zero on the skin, International Falls. Here in the Northeast, well, it's cold enough out there now, isn't it? The wind is blowing. We're kind of in and out of the clouds. Lake effect snow is going on back into the Great Lakes. Arctic Mother Nature's doing shots here in January, even after the holidays. Cold shots. Wednesday morning, 15, 14, 13, 12 in New York. Your wind chill values. Bundle up, my friend. You belong to the Weather Channel. Alex?
I like that. Singing always makes it a little bit better, doesn't it? Well, how would you like to walk out the door and smack dab into wind chills well below zero? That is what these folks in Minnesota are up against. Lindsay Sievert from our Twin Cities affiliate KARE 11 News found some unique ways to make the best out of the big freeze.
Awesome. Kiteboarding can be a solitary sport, but as Arctic air settled over the Twin Cities,
No complaints from us.
this is about as lonely as the lakes get. Ian Arvison is one of the brave few out at Lake Calhoun, proving the worst of weather isn't so bad if you keep your spirits up.
Good snow cover and 10 to 20 miles an hour wind is ideal. Helps that the sun's out.
Joe Cody is of the same mindset. If you can't run from winter,
You basically don't want to have any skin showing.
you might as well play her game.
If you want to be outside, this is what you have to do.
Over in St. Paul, even with below zero temps, there's still a first time for everything.
This is my best time ever.
Derek Austin and his family are visiting from Cleveland.
If I fall, this is your fault.
Both father and son sharpened winter survival skills by ice skating for the first time.
It's a great time, bringing a new year, doing something different.
But the cold kept crowds away from Rice Park, with less than 50 winter skate visitors today compared to 1,100 people who came through these doors yesterday.
You got it?
Yeah.
The Austin family caught on quickly, learning what it takes to withstand a Minnesota winter.
Feels kind of fun to ice skate, and my body's warm.
So where, oh where, can you go to escape this blast of dangerous cold air? Well, if you're in the Twin Cities, you might think about Miami. How's that look, Dave?
An 85-degree spread between Minneapolis and Miami. Huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going Miami. Please.
Oh, yeah, I'm there. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, and the water temperature's in the 70s, huh?
I'll take it. Minneapolis, check out some of those flight booking sites. Maybe you can get a little weekend getaway.
A cheap flight to the Twin Cities,
there you
right?
Go.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
Theraflu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. Theraflu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
Why do you want to do your taxes now with Jackson Hewitt? Because you need a free $50 Walmart e-gift card so you can share the joy of getting your taxes done. Now get a free $50 Walmart e-gift card when you do your taxes with Jackson Hewitt at Walmart.
Hurry! There's a hot offer for heartburn sufferers. Now try Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com. Hurry! It's free this week only. No pill relieves heartburn faster. Get Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com.
Your mom's got your back. Your friends have your back. Your dog's definitely got your back. But who's got your back when you need legal help? We do. We're LegalZoom. And over the last 10 years, we've helped millions of people protect their families and run their businesses. We have the right people on hand to answer your questions, backed by a trusted network of attorneys. So visit us today for legal help you can count on. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
At the end of the day, my hands are beat up.
Especially during the winter times, hands are splitting, cracking, making it very difficult to do my job.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry hands that crack and split.
Best stuff we've ever used.
It just works.
Learn more at workinghands.com.
Hi, this is Jennifer. I will be out of the office until Monday and won't be checking voicemail during this time. I'll reply just as soon as I get back to work.
Sail with the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Save up to $500 during our 50th anniversary sale. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel. See the weather like never before.
I'm Randy White, Hall of Fame football player, and I'm a PC user. PCmatic sends me emails about the maintenance completed to keep my family's computers running great. Every week, I get emails like these, and it's reassuring that PCmatic is working behind the scenes to keep my family's computers running like new. PCmatic smashed the record books for virus detection in the latest Virus Bulletin RAP test. It's comforting that my family's protected by the absolute best security money can buy. But I love a good deal. And PCmatic is incredible at only $50 for 5 computers for 1 year. PCmatic is backed by a full 30-day money-back guarantee. I love this country. And PCmatic is made and supported right here in the USA. Take it from me, Randy White, another PC user. Go to PCmatic.com. That's PCmatic.com.
And even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 69. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy early. A few showers are possible in the afternoon. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Tuesday night, cloudy with a few showers. Low 65. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, here we go. It is Mother Nature at her, well, worst if you're driving. New video into us of lake effect snow. This is Parrish, New York. The video shows a truck at the side of the road, and there's some emergency personnel. This snow is coming, well, you can see how fast it's coming down. This is what you're in for if you drive north of Syracuse, New York on Interstate 81. Scenes just like this. So you better be ready for it if you have to make that trip. Cold air is blowing across Lake Ontario. That's the reason for that snow. The sole reason. There's no storm anywhere around here. Just a west-northwest wind moving across the entire length of Lake Ontario and right into Parrish, right on the end of that screen. So in Syracuse, a few flurries. North of there, it's trouble. All across the Great Lakes, we have lake effect snow going on. Heavy lake effect snow here on the upper peninsula of Michigan, lighter amounts on the west side of Michigan, Grand Rapids reporting light snow. Syracuse, hardly anything. But once again, just north of there in Oneida County, reports of up to 14 inches of snow already in Oneida County. We've had 1 to 3 inches between Buffalo and Erie, and there's more yet on the way through tonight and tomorrow. Then a storm that's actually centered out in Nebraska at the present time is going to head east and put down 3 to 5 inches of snow in Pittsburgh, where you're not getting any snow. We're calling it Winter Storm Gorgon. an old name from Greek mythology. Gorgon. I don't know if it's related to Gorgonzola cheese, but there's a town named Gorgonzola that may be named after. Chicago, Detroit, Dayton, Pittsburgh, Morgantown, Washington, D.C., all in for accumulating snow by sunrise tomorrow. Winter weather advisories in effect from Montana all the way to the shores of Chesapeake Bay. 1 to 3 inches as you head toward Dover, maybe 1 or 2 inches there. Baltimore and Washington, same story. Chicago could be 4 or 5 inches of snow tonight through tomorrow morning. Then the sun should be out by the time you wake up. Cold and white and slippery on the ground. Alex, back to you.
Today, people in several communities across the South are cleaning up from a stormy weekend. At least 9 tornadoes cut across the region. One of them wiped out 10 homes in Rose Hill, Mississippi on Saturday. Georgia and Alabama also saw lots of downed trees and damaged roofs. At least 2 of those confirmed tornadoes are from Alabama. Severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes joins us now from the lab. And Dr. Forbes, it does appear that 2015 is off to a fast start.
Yeah, it really is. All of last January, 2014, only had 3 tornadoes. It seems as if we've had at least 11 now recorded over the weekend. The strongest at the Rose Hill area, but 2014 was very quiet. In fact, 2014 was the quietest in terms of percentage of average of any year on record since 1951. Just about 2/3 of average. 2013 was also quiet, so was 2012. 3 of the 5 quietest years, in fact, the past 3 years. So we've been in a little bit of a fortunate streak. This past weekend, we did have a tornado that struck EF2 rate at 130 miles per hour, Rose Hill, just to the southwest of Meridian, Mississippi. We have some brief video there from that that's showing some power poles down. We had 10 homes that were destroyed. Chassis of a mobile home was demolished. We have some video of that as well. Here's what the radar looked like from that time on Saturday. It was part of a supercell thunderstorm. Now, those supercell thunderstorms have rotating updrafts, and that was the outer part of this donut hole here. Now, the tornado was inside of that, and we could actually even see some of the debris signature on the radar these days. These debris signatures show up as blue holes inside of that precipitation. So, dangerous, damaging tornado that struck Mississippi, one of many that we recorded this weekend in a fast start to 2015. Back to you.
And after that weekend of damaging storms, the biggest threat from the weather has definitely changed.
Dangerous cold now threatens 2/3 of the U.S. Pure and simple, it is dangerous. Ahead, who will face wind chills of 10 to 20 below, and how far south that Arctic wallop will plunge.
Here are the keys, man. It's all mine.
Parenthood isn't gonna change me. I'll still see the guys every weekend and rock out in the basement. Please.
Hey, where are you?
I'm still king of this castle.
Lots of great features. You're gonna love the backseat pocket.
It's not like I'm gonna get a minivan.
Life can surprise you. So can an Allstate agent. Now they can save you $3,000 on a new car with the Allstate car buying service. The good hands are doing more than ever before.
Discover Card, how can I help you?
Oh, you're real? You know I'm real. At Discover, we're always here to talk. Good. Because I don't have time for machines. Some companies just don't appreciate the power of conversation. I like you. I like you too.
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Get the IT card and talk to a real person.
This is Paul. This is Paul's office. For those who believe a serious job doesn't have to feel so serious. 1-a-day men's Vitacraves with key nutrients like B vitamins, which help convert food to fuel. It's not just a gummy, it's a complete multivitamin.
There was a time when the sea gave way to the sky, raising an amazing destination like no other. Atlantis. Discover amazing savings this winter. Stay 4 nights and receive a $250 airfare credit. Atlantis.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow.
I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including